You ever notice how we talk endlessly about boomers and millennials? Or dissect Gen Z like they're some alien species? But there's this generation quietly living in the middle, barely noticed, almost invisible. I like to call them the bridge generation. Born roughly between 1967 and 1982, they're the ones quietly holding things together, your coworker who never complains, the parent who seems a little detached, the people who built the internet, but never post about their breakfast. And here's the thing nobody tells you: their psychology is one of the most misunderstood of any living generation. Picture this. It's 1980. You're 9 years old. You walk home after school to an empty house because both your parents are working. No smartphones, no Ring cameras, no one checking if you're okay. You let yourself in, make a snack, do your homework, and just wait. Alone. A study in the American Journal of Orthopsychiatry found that by the mid-1980s, millions of children aged 5 to 13 were regularly unsupervised after school. Millions. That's an entire generation learning early that you can't always count on someone being there. That empty house taught more than independence. It taught consequence. Step out of line, and you felt it immediately. Researchers call it a high-contingency environment, actions and outcomes linked directly in real time. And that's why this generation thinks 3 steps ahead in ways younger people can't always grasp. Now, add this. They grew up watching parents preach stability, only to see divorce rates climb, corporate layoffs hit friends and neighbors, and promises broken left and right. Work hard, follow the rules, and life might just betray you anyway. Some psychologists call this defensive pessimism. But for them, it's just realism. Emotional armor. They hope for good things, but deep down, expect the rug to be pulled out. And that's exactly what keeps them quiet on social media. Privacy isn't strange, it's survival. Irony became a shield. Make a joke before the pain hits. Keep people at a distance, laugh it off. It's not cynicism. It's resilience. And work ethic? Let's talk about that. Early jobs weren't resume builders. They were survival training. Paper routes at 5 a.m. Bagging groceries. Flipping burgers and calculating change in your head when the register broke. You didn't just earn money, you learned competence, accountability, and independence. They watched parents get burned by corporate politics. So loyalty? Not to the company. To themselves. To their skill. And here's the paradox. Fiercely independent, but quietly collaborative. They don't ask for help, but if someone needs them, they show up. No fanfare. No Instagram. Just action. Bonds formed out of necessity, and that's powerful. Authority? Complicated. They respect skill, not titles. If you've earned it, they follow. If not, patience is zero. Growing up, they saw leaders fail, political scandals, economic collapses, public crises. That built critical thinking, skepticism, and an instinct to question. Not rebellion for the sake of it. Survival. Financially? They've weathered repeated shocks, oil crises, tech bubble bursts, the 2008 crash. Researchers in the Journal of Adult Development show that this created patterns of self-reliance that sometimes border on anxiety. Multiple income streams, side hustles. Not because they're inherently entrepreneurial, but because they learned. Nothing lasts. Control what you can, your skill, your knowledge, your value. Before the internet, knowledge cost effort. You spent hours in libraries, hunting through card catalogs, searching for one answer. Cognitive psychologists call this deeper encoding. Information that requires effort sticks. They learned to fix bikes, TVs, and appliances by themselves. Hands-on problem-solving built mechanical intuition. Patience. Persistence. Mastery of the physical world. And that same mindset shows up today quietly in the way they approach challenges. Now, they watch their kids grow up in a world of helicopter parents and constant social media supervision. They give their kids the attention they never had, but sometimes worry they've made them too soft, too dependent, too visible. Because in their worldview, being visible equals vulnerability. And this generation knows how to be alone with thoughts, how to solve problems without Google, how to navigate life without instant answers. This generation, the bridge generation, they're not better or worse than any other. just shaped by history, standing between eras, holding things together quietly, expecting nothing in return. Bridges don't get applause. They just carry weight. And maybe that's the most defining trait of all, doing essential work, shaping the world, without needing anyone to notice. If this hit home, hit subscribe and join us for more deep dives into generations, psychology, and the stories that shape our world. And if you want to support these explorations, consider becoming a channel member. Trust me, the journey is worth it.